I'm Mark,
I'm Damien.
and this is Average Gamer Nerd Review of Episode 5, Loki Season 2, okay? And if you see my screen getting darker, don't worry. This was filmed after we talked about it.
Dude, speaking of which, what did you think of the episode, dude?
I don't like it.
You don't
I don't
like
like it.
anything.
I don't, well, I'll tell you why. Before I even jump in, I will tell you why, so you're not too shocked. It's stupid. Who is Loki? Is Loki Loki or is Loki somebody else? What's this fucking power of time dilation that he has, dude? Where the fuck is this coming from? He's more powerful than Thor because he can go back in time and change whatever he wants. What's happening, dude? Why does he have this fucking power?
You're very impatient to learn shit slowly through a show.
In anything in the Marvel universe, when does Loki have this power?
Right now, we're learning about that fucking
See,
power
I don't like
right
that.
now.
You want to change the character guidelines of the personality or something like that? That's fine. You want to change the powers that he has? That's stupid. Why can't Spider-Man just fucking web throw or flaming web out of his ass? Why not? Who gives a shit? You're learning about it now, right? If that happens, is that okay? Because it's in the MCU universe now
Um,
as they make it?
that does happen. He does have flame webs.
Out of his ass.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. See, you're just trying to
No, no,
justify this.
no, I'm not justifying it. I'm for real. He has capsules, web capsules that do different things. He has incendiary ones. He has concrete ones. He does have different ones in the comics.
That comes out of his butt.
Now you're just being fucking
I
analytic
don't
about
give a
it.
fuck. Okay. All right. Let me put it more realistically to you. What if Captain America can fly?
He can.
No, he can't.
Yeah, Sam Wilson, Captain America, has jetpack.
You know that's not what I'm talking about.
I know.
Stop being fucking stupid and stop just playing into these fucking. You're the see. I can't wait to bring this up. You're the issue. You're the issue with these writers getting away with stupid shit. You just sit there and accept what they give you, and then you look at
Uh-huh.
someone that calls it out and goes. And you look at him and go like you're just negative. You just can't accept
Okay,
whatever.
now
Like
hold
fuck
on
you,
on that.
man.
No, hold on that, Mark. Here's the thing, though. Let's look at back at every review we've done. You've been like, I hate it. It's shitty, dumb. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I have not.
Yeah, bullshit. You
When have I
haven't.
rated it below average?
No, you have. You haven't rated it below average. But when
So
you and I
okay.
talk, you're like, this is stupid. I hate that. Me, I have said this is stupid, but then I've also said I like this. I like that. I'm open minded. I'm waiting to see
I
what
am
they
a
do
cynical
with this.
man, but unfortunately, for someone that's just now catching on to the fucking train, I've been watching Disney play this fucking route. And I'll tell you why I don't like the episode, dude. The main entity of why I don't like the episode.
Mhm.
Loki's power is one thing, okay? But, and this is what I was just telling Jessica, because Jessica lost interest in the show. It's not just me, dude. Jessica lost interest. She doesn't want to watch anymore. Because it doesn't make if you think about it logically for a second.
Mhm.
The universe, right? You have Kang, the one who remains, right? The
Mhm.
variant of Kang, who creates this one singular timeline out of all the timelines that were there, right? And I keep calling them timelines. These multiverses. They're not timelines, they're multiverses, right? They're different universes.
Well, see, here's the thing with that, though, Mark. That turned out to not be true because at the end of Ant-Man and that, they show all those other kings. So there were always other kings.
Yeah, hold
He
on.
just was
I know.
preventing more from coming from
From
his
different
timeline.
universes, right? Stop saying timeline. I hate this fucking concept of timeline. It's universe. It's multi-universes. It's
Yes,
not.
but
It's
we're
not. It's
focusing on one
yeah.
particular
You
timeline
have. You
out of
have.
universes.
Yeah. You have it. Okay. But here's the issue. The universe was built to function that way off of multi different fucking variations. It was he who remains to keep his variance up because he's a fucking human. He's not the fucking almighty man. He's a
Mhm.
human. The universe was built to be made this way, right? On multi different universes itself, right? But he took this technology and kept these people at bay off the one timeline. No branches, fuck them all, right? Um,
Right?
Basically keeping everything at bay. What I'm not getting is the fact that when one, it didn't blow up, right? So I don't get why these people, maybe some burst of radiation flow through, okay, and sent these people back their timelines, I guess. So which, in theory, I guess Victor Timely's back in his timeline since everyone else went back to their timelines or something. Whatever the fuck the theory is behind that. 2, I can get why Loki survives. He's a god at the end of the day. He can survive a little more than most.
And it's proven too with Sylvie, because even Sylvie still remembers everything
like I said,
that went on.
It's not even about Sylvie. Fuck Sylvie. It's about the fact that he's a god. He is a god at the end of the day. He was a son of fucking Odin that was taken under his power. Just like when Thor, when he was flying through the universe and hit the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy's fucking windshield and opened his eyes like, oh. Right? I get it. But why the fuck are these now that there's no containment to these branches, why are these branches fading? Why are these branches just spaghettifying? That doesn't make any sense. If the universe was built to run this way to begin with. I'm saying, dude, why are these other timelines, universes, whatever, right? You have to have other universes. These got to be other universes. You get the main timeline, but there are other universes, is what it is. It's the multiverse. Mm-hmm. They're different universes.
And that I do agree with you on. That's where they're fucking up, because they're not showing us other universes now. They're focusing on one universe and all of its different branching timelines.
You see what I'm saying? The universe was in the beginning. The universe
should have been part of it.
Was built for multi different universes until He Who Remains decides to branch it all, like to cut it all out, right? By one of the bigger villains in existence. But now that it's supposedly not holding anymore, yet you still see it holding. It hasn't blown yet. From the last image I saw, it wasn't blown yet. So some burst of radiation, a solar flare went out and did something. At the end of the episode, right? Sylvie's listening to whatever jam song she's listening to, and everything's fading away. It's spaghettifying in front of her from that branch. Why? What's making that happen? Why wouldn't that? What is causing such an instability that it wouldn't function the original way the universe was made?
Now, see, this is where I get upset with how they're writing the show, because I found episode 2 and then episode 5 here that we just saw. I found them to be filler episodes, just something to do to extend the shit a little bit further.
Episode 5 was a filler episode.
But here's my thing though. After re-looking back at all the episodes and whatnot, I found out that I do kind of change my opinion now. I agree with you. Episode 2 is kind of just make some shit up.
I can't remember what episode 2 was about.
Episode 2 was where it's mostly them running around trying to figure out what's going on. They meet Obi, this, that, I can't remember exactly what the hell it was, but it was just a filler. Oh, it was the episode where they catch General Dox and the Minutemen and stuff like that.
They
and
branch the timelines out again.
Yeah, that was just let's just do some shit just so we can fill an episode to space it out. Now, it's the same thing with this new episode that came out, 5. It's the same thing, but I personally liked it because, granted, Loki's power to time slip just out of fucking nowhere comes back, but I think we're going to get that explained in the next episode.
Which is the last episode.
Yeah, and they're trying to extend it, which I'm kind of upset with, because they've spent 2 episodes out of 6 to fucking just stretch the shit out so they can get a 3rd season.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
But like I said, though, if you were going to do a filler episode, I want to see filler episodes like 5, because I enjoyed seeing B-15 as a doctor. Mobius, we found out why he has a thing for jet skis. He used to fucking sell them. Obi. Okay, my thing with Obi's path, alternate life, is kind of weird to me. Everybody had a job, a life, kids, this, that, whatever we're doing. So fucking even Casey broke out of prison.
Which doesn't match his personality.
No, it does not.
Which doesn't make any sense, does it? To include,
I think it's just a
Mobius. Mobius is the only personality that has the same personality he has. What's the diff? What the fuck? So they must be different people. Did the original people die, and these are what you get? Like, did they get what?
See,
That's what I'm saying. There's too many fucking answers to last 40 minutes, dude, for one final episode. Dude, what are you doing? What are you gonna do? There's not enough to fill, and if you are trying to fill it, it's going to be rushed. It is going to be rushed. I'm not saying that the concept of Loki is a bad show. Okay, it's really interesting. Do I think it's about Loki? No. Do I think episode 5 makes Loki about Loki? Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
From a power that nobody has any bearing about, they have to answer what the power is, why the fuck did it come back, and why is him loving himself the controlling factor of it. I don't know. I don't want to see I go back to the same thing I said. I don't want to see a character progression of Loki. It's the same thing with Rick and Morty. They're character progressing Rick in an animated show. What if Peter Griffin has a character progression for the last fucking 20 seasons, and now he's this caring father that looks after Meg and Stewie and Chris? Would that be an interesting Family Guy to watch? Or do you want to see fucking Peter hit Meg in the face with a bat when something startles him down the stairs?
Oh, God.
What the hell was that? Pow!
Oh, God, Meg, I'm sorry. It was so
I
dark I couldn't see it.
His glorious purpose. I get he's afraid to be alone. But why? Sylvie, gone in the flash of an eye, right, back to her universe. Once again, why doesn't Loki get sent back to his fucking reality? I get he can survive what's happening there if you want to take it into the fact that he's a omnipotent god of mischief or whatever, but why the fuck, like, he was standing there. Sylvia had to have left, like, instantaneously as the big flash is what I'm going to call it happens. No bang, nothing else. The arc reactor over there, or whatever they call it, is still there. The time limb. Yeah, it's still there. So what the fuck?
No, well, see, the thing that's messed up, too, is that one actually could say that's exactly what she did, because we saw her do that when she was listening to the record, like you said, and everything fucking spaghettied. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm fine with, like, people being spaghettified away, but when they were making everything spaghettified away...
The whole multiverse is spaghettified away. I don't understand why that would happen. If the universe was built that way before dipshit sealed it in... Why would it just fade away? Unless there's something else. This is what I don't like. I know I'm, like, taking a lot of this talking, and I'm going to use this as our fucking show. But I don't understand why it's fading away like that. Unless, and I hate the fact that if there is something on the outskirts, we're going to know about it 4 movies from now, and Ant-Man 5 fucking something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to wait. Like, that's not how this fucking plays out. And the fact that I have to wait every fucking week to see this, dude, if I wanted to do that, I'd go back to live TV. The whole point of streaming, when streaming came out, was to binge watch the piss out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm getting back into, I'm upset, I'm disappointed, I can predict what's going to happen. And I told you it wasn't going to be an omnipotent thing. It was more of a, and this is just my personal opinion. I don't care to see their fucking lives. Obviously, I know Mobius had a fascination with fucking jet skis. I don't need to see what they're just adding more of a sorrow to the factor that he has 2 kids. One who wants to burn down the fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, I was just. Is he on fire? Yeah, he's on fire. Where'd you get the matches?
Yeah, I don't like the writing in that one. I think it's leading to something, and you see this a lot even in Star Wars Disney shows that I really like, dude. You see they see him try to lay this out in a 6-episode fucking go, right? Which is stupid to begin with. Well, we're going to give it 6 episodes. You know, most people that come out with a season have a minimum of 10. Why don't you shut up, Frank? Fuck you, dude. Spend the money. Get an extra couple fucking seasons in there. You can put some development up. That's the whole point of 10 episodes.
Is to have development with story development. Right? Yeah, character and story development goes together.
Yeah. And not try to fucking... Well, even some of these Mandalorian seasons, like the 3rd season. What's the one I just watched? Ahsoka Tano. Her last episode went... There was a lot of questions left unanswered. It was really good. It was really interesting.
It was, except for Sabine using fucking the Force.
Yeah,
That still pisses
that
me off.
is super upsetting to me. But for the most part, it's an interesting look. But once again, you see at the last episode, they try to rush everything in,
Yeah.
and things are still left. You get more questions and like one answer, and it just doesn't work. These people, and like I said, you have to be critical of these people because if no one's critical of them, they don't have repercussions. Game of Thrones Game of Thrones season 8,
Game of
dude.
Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones season 8, dude. When's the last time you heard of those fucking producers? Those fucking writers? You heard
Oh, those
anything
guys
of them
got
since then?
those. No, those guys got fired and blacklisted.
They were
Guaranteed.
supposed to come to Disney. They might as well have, but they're somewhere in Netflix. I don't fucking know, but last I fucking heard when that season came out. But that was accountability. Everybody got together and was like, "Oh," because it was impossible not to notice. You spent so many years on these seasons to get something so shitty. You're like, "Oh my god."
And we can honestly say the only thing we got out of season 8 was the ending of John's story.
No, honey, it was terrible.
No, John's not so much.
Jon Snow. Have you watched House of Dragons?
No, I have not yet.
Okay. Either way, they mention the born or the promised king. They mentioned the promised king, dude, which is who Jon Snow is supposed to be. For 7 fucking seasons, they build up Jon Snow, and you finally find out who he is. You're like, oh my god! And then season 8 comes, and it's go, have him kill Daenerys, and then put him in prison. The Long Winter's about 3 months, and then send him over the fucking wall. Even though the Dothraki and the Unsullied are leaving the whole continent, still send him over the wall. And Bran's in charge, and fucking red-haired bitches in the fucking north. They hold the fucking Starks hold the fucking continent after they leave, and they still send them over the wall. What the fuck is that? The born king is like, meow, fuck him. There was so much character development down the fucking crapper.
You know he's still a king, right? He became king of the free people.
On the other side of the fucking wall, dude.
Yeah, because that's where he enjoys it. Like that was something that they built up since like season, I think it was like, what, 2?
I don't think you realize the attachment I have for Jon Snow. But besides the point, that's what I'm getting at, right? As I don't think, going back to Loki, I just don't like, I look at the episode and I go, it's just nothing special for me, dude. There was this huge ending to 4. This is what I was fucking afraid of. There was this huge ending to 4. And then you get this this lackluster of, now let me tell everybody's story real fast so you don't get really in depth into it, but you'll know a baseline of who they were.
I will
some
say
of these
this.
Personalities won't match.
I will say that, and I'm fine. I'm fine with the personalities not matching, because you got to remember these people were plucked and trained and memory wipes and shit like that. So I can forgive personalities being different.
True.
But I will say this though. I do agree that the time loom explosion should have been saved for the final episode. That's how they should have ended season 2. Is what the fuck happens after that? I will say that.
You want to know what they really repeated? They repeated the snap. At
Yes,
the end
they
of the
did.
episode, right? When everyone starts fading away, it is end of Infinity War. When everyone's looking at each other and they're just disappearing into dust. Now they're just disappearing into spaghettification, along with the rest of the universe. For whatever fucking, it just doesn't. I just can't maybe I'm just thinking too much about it, but when I look at it, I just can't piece it together. I can't do it. I just, because when you think of the universe in the beginning, it all existed, unless, like I said, unless someone's doing it on the other side that we'll learn about in something later down the road in movies that you gotta wait 5 years if you're still alive and cancer doesn't take you or something, and then you'll never know at that point, and you're just gonna be pissed off. But
Well, now here's the thing too. It's like I think also Disney's kind of in a debacle right now, because I think they want to drop who's the actor that plays Kang? Something Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Okay.
Off the episode, right? Give me your final thoughts. Give me a review. Give me your final review, and then give me a 1 out of 10 for it. Don't take my points into consideration. It's what you thought of the episode.
For my final thoughts, I really enjoyed the episode. For a filler episode, I feel like that's how you do it right. It was for me, it was fun to see everybody's like what their different lives were. And again, that's only one of many lives that they've lived across. I doubt everybody lives the exact same life across the fucking board. Casey being a fucking prisoner is very weird, but I think that's more of a comedy gag than anything else. I
Off
will
the
say
beaten
that
path.
that's all they did was make a giggle out of it. But yeah, I like seeing everybody's past. I like Loki trying to bring everybody together, and then Loki's realization of, oh, you're not trying to help people, you're trying to help yourself because you just don't want to be alone.
Which is a manipulation, which he wasn't. That's not really where he was at. I thought that was just a stupid misconception, which was literally overturned in less than a minute, dude. That's where everything started fading. He left.
I won't lie.
He starts talking to them. Everything fades in the universe, and then she comes. You're not wrong.
Yeah, that part was a bit like.
That's what I'm talking about. There's nothing there. It's just like, oh shit, you're right. Never mind. Oh god.
She spent all this time
here
like
for 30 seconds, and you'd have seen what I saw.
Because she was all like from the beginning, like, let people live their lives on the timeline. Yes, but Sylvie, you don't understand. The timelines are being destroyed.
I want to know why.
And then she's just like, okay, so my timeline hasn't been destroyed. Maybe not all time. And then her timeline gets destroyed. And that's when she's like, okay, you know what? You might be right. That part is a bit to me, but no, I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was really interesting.
I'm gonna give my final thoughts on it real fast.
Go for it.
Like I said, I've been ranting this whole time on shitty fucking writing. Damien's right. I am cynical. I am so cynical of
everything.
It's not just Disney.
Everything.
Anything that goes itself. Maybe that's 12 years in the military of just getting fucked every direction you can, and I just had this negative outlook. Even my wife says I have a negative outlook. But it doesn't take a genius to see that there is a writing flaw. There is something going wrong within the mix, and things aren't being told the way they need to be told. I'm going to give this, and I said it before, I'm going to give it a 2. It's 1 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I don't give a shit. That is my point of it. I think it's below. The episode in general may have been a decent episode of like a filler or whatever, but in the grand scheme of it, within the grand scheme of the arc, there's too many questions left undone. There's too many variables that don't make any sense to me. And since it's a 6-episode season, you have to do so much in the last episode. There's no fucking way. No Disney show has ever recuperated anything like this in the last episode. What they're gonna try to do is give you some kind of answers to these questions. Not all, not at all. Some of them, not all. And then they'll probably try to leave you with something super crazy at the end of it, like
to make you want to come back for season 3,
just to give you that thought process to come back. That is my prediction. I'm gonna stay 4 to 10, and that's where we're at with it. Okay.
I gotta say,
the rant with that though.
I gotta say, for me, my rating on it would have to be so it's out of 10 now. I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
Two different reviews. 2 big different reviews for it. On that
now, like Mark said too, though, he's the like negative Nancy, cynical one. I am the optimistic, positive Larry.
You.
Kiss me, fat boy.
Join us for episode 6 next week.
Yes.
Take a look. Give us your comments. Tell me I'm fucking crazy, but whatever.
Tell me I'm beautiful. I can use the lie.